So you guys can't see my head. I was bleeding. Even the hair I installed had to be removed. Now, the only thing we did wrong is to go out as girls. That's the only thing we did wrong.
All human rights activists, because this is getting out of hand. Like, I can't even speak very well. I can't. Look at what these people did to me. They removed my front teeth. Like, it's not funny at all. It's not funny. We didn't do anything wrong. Like, nothing. Is it wrong for women to decline men these days?
Hi. Crazy things are happening, guys. Crazy things are happening. So picture this. Yeah, picture this. It's your birthday in a few days, and you really wanted to celebrate it with your friends. And so, looking at the misogynistic club culture in Nigeria, you decided that, okay, rather than wait for a man to pay for your drinks, or pay for you to have fun, you and two of your girlfriends decided to put some money together and, go to a club, pay for a section for yourselves, and then have fun, right? And you decided to do that because, as I mentioned before, the club culture in Nigeria is highly misogynistic. Yes, club owners, the bouncers, even the servers inside the club, they treat women like trash. They treat women like, objects that should only be seen in a club space with a man. If you as a female decide that you want to go to a club all by yourself, right from the gate, you're bounced back. They look at you like a non-entity. They look at you like, hey, don't you know your place? What are you doing here? The only time you gain respect, is if you are able to pay for an entire section for yourself and your girlfriends, right? Or the people you're going there with, or you are in the arms of a man that is deemed as a big man, a big spender, a man that would tip right from the gate to inside the club. Yeah. So that is the only way you can even get some respect as a female, right? So you and your friends, you decided that, okay, fine. Looking at the nature of clubs in Nigeria, let's pay for a space. Let's put some money together and let's pay for our own space. And that was exactly what you people did. The three of you, you glammed up, you looked your best, prepared for the night, gathered some more money. Aside the money you had already paid for reservation for your own space in the club space, right? You gathered up some more money for drinks and then you head out. You got there. You're already having fun. You're already having the time of your life. And then lo and behold, some dudes walked in and that was the beginning of your nightmare that night. Yeah. They ended up laying hands on you and your friends. Now you, that is the birthday girl, they broke your head with a bottle. You left the club bleeding. And then your other friend, they beat her up so bad that they removed one of her front tooth. And then you, that's the birthday girl, they beat you up. They still stripped you naked like a criminal, a common criminal. And guess what? Whilst all of these things were happening, the bouncers at the club, they did nothing. The servers, the waiters, the club management, they did nothing. Yeah. And then your third friend was fighting so hard to defend you both, to fight for you both, but she was helpless because it was just you three girls fighting for your life. The only thing she could do at that point was to bring out her phone and record while still struggling with the mopos, the security that these barbarians came with. And then they were trying to get her phone from her. And so it was total chaos. So a night that the three of you had planned to be perfect, to be beautiful, ended up turning out to be the most gruesome and barbaric nights of your life. What would you do if it was you? Because this is actually a true life story. This is something that happened over the weekend in Port Harcourt in Nigeria. It happened live. Happened to a young woman and her friends. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into the details of this story because when I heard it, I literally had to follow through with the story time of these girls, and I was livid. I was livid because I had so many questions. See, I even went ahead to put out like a short reaction video on TikTok because, guys, that was how I felt at that point in time. But I said, nah, that video does not really give details of my true feelings. And so that is the essence of this video. There's a lot I want to say. There's a lot I want to share. So I'm going to be spilling all on this video. All right. So please watch to the end. Don't skip out on any part. And of course, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below because this video is not just for women. It is also for men out there. So please watch and share your thoughts in the comment section below, right? But before we get into all of that details, you are especially welcome to my channel. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah, and I am the girl with the tea. For those of you that are new here, you're especially welcome. If you're yet to subscribe, please do not hesitate to do just that. Yes, hit the red subscribe button and also turn on your post notification bell to always receive a lot of my videos whenever I upload a new one. And for those of you that are returning viewers, returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in again. You guys are the realest MVPs. Now, all of that said, let's just proceed with the rest of the story. So exactly what I summarized at the start of this video was exactly what happened to those girls. But here are some of the details you're probably not aware of. So the amount that these girls paid to reserve for that space in the club was a lot of money. Now, I'm not really sure if it was 200,000 naira each from the three of them or if it was just 200,000 naira. But be it 200,000 or 600,000 in total, guys, that's a lot of money to pay to have fun. And this is considering the current state of the economy. It's a lot of money for someone to bring out that amount of money, whether it's 200,000 or 600,000 naira. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a lot of money because things are expensive. Cost of living is very high. And for these girls to bring out such an amount, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, that's commendable because it's a special occasion for one of them. It's her birthday in a few days or maybe a few hours, and she deserved to have fun the way she wanted to have fun. Because when this story came up online, of course, there are those men who do not respect women. They came online, they were going off like, oh, what is a woman looking for in a clubhouse? Why would a woman want to go to a club and celebrate her birthday? The answer to those inquiries are, what the hell is your business? Like, both of you to think that you can actually dictate how a woman deems fit to enjoy themselves, to celebrate themselves. Like, what makes you think you are in the right position to dictate? But anyways, as I was saying, these girls paid money for space, which is the typical thing that actually happen in clubs, especially in Nigeria, be it in Lagos, be it in Abuja, be it anywhere. You just have to reserve space. Otherwise, when you go to a club, it's either you're not allowed in as a female, or if at all you find some space, you'll probably be at the bar, which would be very uncomfortable. And some clubs does not really even have a hanging spot at the bar, so it could be crowded. But these girls, they wanted to be comfortable and they wanted to have fun. So they secured their space, they arrived at the club, and they were having so much fun. They were buying their drinks, they were buying their food, and they were doing their thing. They were having their fun by themselves. And that was when this particular man walked in with his friends and some mopoles. Some mopoles, that is security, what do they call them? These security people that, all these so-called big men, they move around with in Nigeria. I don't know who they feel is coming after them. Yeah, but when they move around, just to show power, they carry these people around. So these men came around and they joined these girls in their reserved space. Now, the way they joined the girls, they gave off the energy of, we are the ones that paid for the seat. So they literally sat. I don't know if you're familiar with how Nigerian clubs are. You know, most of the time, the men, they love to sit on the, you know, on the, what do they call it? Is it the headboard of the chair? They love to sit there. You know, then the ladies are either sitting on the actual seat or standing and dancing. So them sitting up here, it's more like a symbolism of, yeah, we brought the girls. We're the ones that are paying for the drinks. Yeah, we're the big men. We're the money spenders. So that was the energy that the men were giving. They came and they sat on those places. And then they were spraying 200 naira notes on the girls. This is according to the story that the friends actually shared.
When we got to the club, we were just vibing, you know, now, because we were all on makeups. That was the concept. She wanted everybody to be on makeup. So we were all on makeup, having fun, making videos. There were a set of guys that came to sit with us. They were smoking, and they just came to sit on the arm of our chair where we were sitting. Then they started making videos of us, like, I was not comfortable with it. Like, how would people, and they were spraying to 200, 100, and they were spraying it on all. Like, these people they want to make it look like they brought us to club, and they're spraying us money, maybe we are their bitches.
So the men were spraying 200 naira notes, and according to the girls, they did not like it. They actually found it offensive, and you know, they did not entertain it. So they were just busy, just doing what they wanted to do with their own, you know, with their own fun, just buying their own drinks. Now, these men wanted to show power and money. So they wanted to order drinks, and the girls were like, no, they are good. So the girls were having fun, and then they were making videos, and that was where one of the men hit the phone. So, okay, before that, I think the girls had said that because of how imposing the men were, they actually told the men that, please, we actually paid for this spot. Please, we're celebrating someone. Can you just please excuse us? You know, very politely. And the guys got really offended. So they moved, but they got offended. And for them, it was like, we're ready to draw blood, which they actually eventually did. So when one of the girls was, you know, making videos and selfies and stuff, one of the guys came and hit her phone. The phone fell. And she looked at the man. According to her, she picked it up and was, you know, so one of the friends was like, oh, what's happening? What's going on? So the other one was trying to explain to the other one. And then the other man was saying, oh, if you have two heads, come and sit down here and make a video. I'm going to break that phone. I'm going to, just threatening fire and brimstone like that. So the other girl got upset by the whole drama, and according to her, the whole thing was quite annoying and aggravating. And then the servers were telling them not to react, that these are big men. You know, if you chill, if you behave yourself, they're going to buy you drinks, they're going to spend money on you. They are big spenders, they spend a lot of money. So one of the girls was quite offended because for her, I didn't come here to look for a man. We already paid for our stuff. We just want to have fun. So she found the whole thing quite upsetting. So according to her, she went outside for air. That's downstairs. But by the time she would look up at the glass house, you know, that reflects what's going on inside, she saw that there was already chaos. Now, I had to rush to the page of these other friends, right? And that was where I learned that these men, they had started attacking these girls unprovoked. Just attacking these girls to the point that one of them ran to another table to seek covering, you know, to seek help. That come, we don't understand what's going on. And this man chased after her. They had already slapped the other one, right? But when the other one was running to the other table for assistance, for help, the man broke the bottle and hit it on that girl's head. Now, the other one was running down the staircase. The man shoved that girl. She fell down the stairs. He ordered his mopos, his security agent, to chase after that girl, beat her up. And they beat that girl up, stripped her naked like a criminal. And also they removed her front tooth. Ladies and gentlemen, see how barbaric that was. That was the height. Ah, my God. You see, yeah, one message I left for those girls on TikTok was that however way they can ruin the lives of those men, they should do it. I pray they see this video because I have a message for them. And the message is this: however way they can ruin the lives of those men, they should do it. They should do it. Even if they have to go diabolical, they should do it. Because that is... I'm one of those people that's always suing for peace. Oh, let there be peace. Oh, let there be peace. Oh, forgive and forget. No, but this time, however way they can ruin the lives of those men, they should. Because those are people's brothers, people's sons, people's husbands or boyfriends, people's fathers. So if they can treat women outside that did nothing, absolutely nothing to them outside, it makes me wonder how they treat the women in their lives at home. It makes me wonder the amount of disrespect they met out to the women in their lives. Because those men are barbarians. The lowest of the lowest barbarians. I can't even compare them to animals, because there are certain animals that are even more well-behaved and intelligent than the way they behaved to those girls in that club. They are barbarians. I expect that those people should have been arrested. I expect that they should have been jailed. I expect that proper justice should have been served. The last I heard of the story was that the police command of the state of Port Harcourt had actually summoned all parties involved to come to the station to come and leave their statement. But you see, that is one thing that actually gets me exhausted about Nigeria. Because when things like this happen, half the time, you don't really see proper justice happen. The last thing you normally hear is, oh, the police is involved, the police is involved, and that's the end of it. Those men, all of them should be jailed. They need to stay in jail for at least 1 year. Aside serving a 1-year jail term, they should pay for medical checkups for those girls. All 3 of them, medical checkups. Because the other one, they broke her head with that bottle. She was bleeding. They had to shave her head so that they could patch the gnashing wound on her head. They had to patch it. Now, we're not even talking about the concussion that she might be suffering, because one of the videos I saw, another video I saw, one of the girls said that the girl's face, that her face was getting swollen, her lips were getting swollen. We don't know what could emanate from that barbaric act meted on that girl. So the kind of justice that I am expecting is that for the next 1 year, anything medicals should be taken care of by those men. For the 3 girls, anything medicals should be taken care of by those men. That is how justice should be served. And then all those security protocols that they carry around, mopo my foot, they should be stripped off all those security protocols. Because that is one of the things that, empowers those men, that makes them feel like they're untouchable. What the fuck are they? Carrying mopo up and down. If you know that you are a man and you have big balls, can you by yourself walk into a club and go and beat 3 girls all by yourself? Because they had mopos around them. They felt untouchable. They felt in control, in charge. They should strip them of all the security protocols forever. They should not have any form of security around them at all. As I said, everything medicals for those girls for the next 1 year, they should handle it, take care of it, unfailingly, not faltering on any day or any time that they need to go to the hospital for checkups. And then that girl that they removed that front teeth, they need to go and pay proper money. I heard that it's cost about millions to put an artificial teeth there. They need to go and put it by themselves. They need to pay for it. That is how justice should be served. Because we're tired of all of this nonsense. Those men were barbaric. Really barbaric. And that's for those men. Now, for the club. Precisely. Blackbox Club. That's the club. That's the name of the club that the girls mentioned. For the fact that all of those things were happening and the management of the club had nothing to say. The bouncers, even the waiters, the servers, they did nothing to help those girls. They allowed that barbarian, they allowed him and his, what do they call them, his sidekicks to do all that nonsense, to met out all of that madness on those women, and they did nothing. That club should be shut down. It should. Yeah. If the law enforcement agencies in Port Harcourt really wanted to show that they were working, the first thing they should have done was to shut down that club. That's the first thing. And then bring to book those animals. Bring them to book. Met out justice on them. I even saw a video by the owner of the club. He was yapping so many things, but I'm sorry to say, there was nothing he actually said.
Incident at Blackbox is a very sad one. It's a very pathetic one. It's not something that any rightful thinking individual should even sit to try and put out a statement or try to debunk or try to defend, because regardless of whatever happened or whatever transpired between the two customers, nobody, no human being has the right to inflict physical wounds or injury on anybody, especially when nobody was a threat. This message is to Ceemore directly. See, a small thing, a small thing will make person lose respect. With whatever you are, you suppose don't call those girls by now. Call me, call those girls, call everybody, whether police or no police. Now you even tell police, say, make those girls come, make all of us sit down so by what time, and then we start handling and resolving this thing. But no be to do as if you big pass everybody. No big pass anybody, Baba. You know big pass anybody. You know they feed anybody. Nobody they feed you. You know they feed me. Now common sense, now normal thing you suppose they do. Me where they take the hits, they take insults, where everywhere different talks. I know be human being. For this rubbish needs to stop. Not all these things because all of us just they keep quiet, they respect ourselves, they face our hustle. Nobody get monopoly of violence. So my Port Harcourt be this.
Because in all of the yappings, he was yapping. I was actually waiting for him to say something like, oh, we've arrested the man. We've reported the man to the police. I was waiting to hear that, but I did not hear it. Maybe he actually said more somewhere else, so I don't know. Maybe he has the intention of doing that, but I did not. He was saying that, oh, he went to even go and visit the girl in the hospital. He went to go and sympathize with her. Oh, God, shut the fuck up. Ah, man. Nah. But you see, yeah, I really do hope that those girls get justice. The reason I'm actually talking about this case is to create awareness. That man that did that nonsense to those girls, I heard that he's a popular businessman in Port Harcourt. By now, people should be boycotting his business. People should not patronize him because he needs to answer for his crimes. That was atrocious. By now, his business should be boycotted. People should just give him space. Since you want to behave like an animal, you should find yourself in the zoo or in the forest. That is where your kind should be kept. Because there's no reason whatsoever. There's no excuse whatsoever. Anything this man wants to say, it does not justify what he and his cohorts did to those girls. Nothing at all justifies all of that. Ah, my God. Guys, listen. This video is basically to create awareness. Yeah, to those of you in Port Harcourt, I know that there are those people that are going to rush to Blackbox Club again. That is how a lot of you behave. You will hear that you go to a place where they don't even give a fuck about your well-being. They want to kill you. The owner of the club, the management of the club, for them, it is the highest spender that is their priority. If the highest spender wants to carry somebody, to the ceiling and hit the person to the ground and even kill the person, they don't care. For them, that is our big spender. And that is our biggest customer. You respect your biggest customer. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking because, guys, I'm just so pissed. I'm just so pissed. That event, it shouldn't have happened at all. It shouldn't have happened at all. And I was hearing stories online that, this is not the first time something like that is happening, that it happens from time to time, especially when females especially go to that club and they don't want to go home with some men. They get such treatment as well. So now it's like women are the commodity that attracts these men to club. So most men, they would not want to go to a club except the club management informs them ahead that, oh, don't worry, we have ladies that are going to be in the club. Don't worry, you can go home with anyone you like. And then when these girls refuse to go home with these men, it becomes a problem. And that is even conversation for another day. We're going to talk about how certain women also set themselves up. We're going to talk about that. But you see, in this particular case, nah, those girls did not deserve that animalistic act that was meted out on them by those men. And I really do hope that they get justice. I really do hope that the law enforcement agents in Port Harcourt, that they punish those offenders. They punish them properly. But anyways, I'm going to stop talking here right now because I would love to hear from all of you. So please go ahead, share your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. Thanks for watching and have an amazing, amazing day.